Well, VinFast has completed 1 year of its India operation, and I am joined by the Indian CEO, Mr. Tapan Ghosh. Thank you so much for joining us, Mr. Tapan Ghosh. Congratulations first of all on taking charge. Indeed, a global leading player now. India ahead for the position. And I'm going to ask you in the first place, sir. We have witnessed two very successful models into the Indian market. What's the plan for 2026? How many models does it come for the Indian roads, and how are you going to looking at the volumes now, sir?
So thank you for letting me in your channel. It's my pleasure. First of all, last year we launched two products. It has got very good reviews. So if we have to have growth, we'll be launching new products every 6 months, one new product every 6 months. So this year we are planning for three new models this year. And one of the model will be actually a seven-seater multi-purpose vehicle, which will be in this year only, maybe the first half of this year. And there will be two models again in the second half of this year, catering to different segments. So like that, this year, three new models will be having.
So we are seeing a very aggressive expansion from VinFast in India. We've seen 35 dealerships already, started and running. How many dealerships more do we have in our minds, and till what all cities are you targeting primarily?
If we have to actually increase our volume for VinFast India, we are going to launch new products. As I told that every 6 months we'll be launching, one new product. Rather this year, as I said, there are three new products. But network also plays a very important role. So we had 35 showrooms, which were actually mainly concentrated in the metros, Tier 1, Tier 2 cities. But this year, our plan is that we will be not only strengthening our presence of network in metros, Tier 1, Tier 2 city by having more showrooms, by having more workshops. At the same time, we'll be moving deeper into the market. That is in the Tier 3 and Tier 4 cities also. So if you ask a target like that, we are not talking about a target, but yes, simply we would like to double the network so that customers have that confidence. We'll try to improve the penetration deeper into the market so that overall the customers can touch, feel, and have a look at our product to get the service of our products. So that will be our strategy for this year and even the coming years also.
Sir, establishing network and getting new models into the car into the country is primarily easier, but establishing the infrastructure for charging is also one of the most important things that EV players are looking at. We have had players who are already doing into that space. What about VinFast, sir? What are the infrastructure plans for charging, sir?
It's a very good question which you asked. Ultimately, today also, if I talk about the EV penetration of the overall TIV in India, it's around 4%. And one of the things which it is holding customers back is basically the charging network. So we also want to improve our vehicle sales by having more charging points. So we have a company called V Green, which is a sister company of Vin Group. They are already in India. So what they have initially done is that they have already tied up with HPCL petrol pumps, and we will be using their facility to also have charging points. Already it is in the media also, and we will be using our dealership infrastructure and more such tie-ups, third-party tie-ups will be done to increase our charging infrastructure. So that's what has just started, and we will be increasing the charging points more with our V Green, company.
Right. As far as getting new models into the Indian country is concerned, so all these three models will be manufactured in India, and how much investments are you putting in for this year specifically, sir?
So as far as the investment is concerned, I'd like to give a brief about the investment. We, for our four-wheeler plant, we have already made investment for 500 million US dollar over a period of few years for manufacturing our plant in Tuticorin on a 400-acre land. The capacity is 50,000 units per annum. It can be scaled up further. But recently, just a few months back, we have acquired another piece of land, 500 acres again, just beside our current Tuticorin plant. There we have again invested, we have committed an investment of 500 million US dollar to manufacture our e-two-wheeler as well as e-buses. That way, if you talk about in Tuticorin, in Tamil Nadu, we have acquired 400 plus 500, 900 acres of land, which is actually a huge investment. And plus, we have already committed $500 million plus $500 million, around $1 billion US we have committed for our project. That shows that we are really committed to India. We are having our manufacturing plant, and we are looking at long-term growth. And that's the commitment which the Win Group, the VinFast parent company, is having in our country.
Sir, also I would like to ask you, VinFast globally, especially in Vietnam, has a whole lot of vehicles that are already manufactured and up and running. Huge, plethora of products and already a product mix existing. What all products can we expect when it comes to two wheelers, especially in Indian markets? Because the Indian two wheeler market for electrics is of course rising, and the growth is phenomenal. So, how are you targeting the two wheeler growth into Indian markets, sir?
So two-wheeler also, like for example, when we have, as I said, that we have acquired a plant. We have acquired a land for setting up a manufacturing plant for two-wheeler as well as buses. So two-wheeler is also something which we are going to launch in India this year only. Now, as I had said that whenever we launch any product, be it four-wheeler, be it two-wheeler, we do a thorough research on what is the product which the customers want, what is the product they features they want. So that sort of market research is currently on about which two-wheeler we will be bringing in from our Vietnam headquarters, which are the products which will be liked by our customers, suited for our customers from volume, premium. So that sort of a research already we are doing. And we are going to have a good commitment for two-wheelers also.
All right. Moving on to the policy perspective bit, sir. I want to ask you, how does the EV market look like right now? Because we are seeing a phenomenal growth, especially after GST cuts. The ICE vehicles have become a whole lot cheaper, and in comparison to EVs, the price point comparison is little bit differentiating, sir. Not much. So, do you feel there could probably internal sabotage between ICE and EV, or probably you think EV market is set to rise? If yes, then by how much number, sir?
Yes, the government has reduced the GST tax by 10%. That has helped in ICE. There's no doubt about that. That shows in the quarter 4 result of last year. Having said so, EV had shown also a phenomenal growth last year. The growth has been more than 75%, nearly 80% has been the growth. There was a time where, 2 years back, EV was only 5,000, 6,000 per month. Now it is more than 17,000 vehicles per month. So what is actually helping is that EV offers a lot of benefit to customer. Running cost is one of them. So it's a question of both OEMs, government, all put together giving a big boost to the EV sales, because ultimately that's the way for the future, greener future, zero emission. It's something which we all have to really, really drive forward. So from that point of view, yes, government is actually giving us benefit. If I talk about be it in GST, many state governments are also giving a lot of SOPs as far as the taxes are concerned. Yeah, we have still percentage penetration wise, it's just 4%. So we will definitely like government to give more incentives, be it to the EV OEMs or be it to the customers, so that we can actually improve. Having said so, customers are also seeing more EVs on the road. That sort of a confidence is coming. More infrastructure in terms of charging network is also coming. So I think if you ask me, EV is bound to grow. EV overall volume is bound to increase. And we would, being in VinFast, would try to surely have a good pie of that
And
particular.
especially in the auto sector growth, I want to ask you, what are the numbers that you're looking at for the industry to close this financial year? Do you feel with the GST cut and of course robust sales, do we have a single high digit growth or probably crossing the double digit mark? What is it at VinFast and what is the industry outlook that you have, sir?
See, EV anyway is showing a high double-digit growth. If I talk about EV growth, okay, and obviously that growth will continue because the percentage penetration is 4%. If you see internationally, many countries they were in low single digit. Now today they are in a high double digit because it's a question of that inflection point. And many countries are there where the EV initially, like if I talk about our Vietnam country, from our parent company country, it used to be low single digit just 2 years back. Today, it's around 30% of the overall TIV is EV. What it means is, and even a lot of other countries also there. Similarly, for us also, EV offers a lot of the growth will surely go on having. And whatever I told you, once the things, the fundamentals are in place, and we are going to have more EVs on the road. Education of customers are required. Infrastructure is required. Then I think EV will really the percentage increase will also happen. At the same time, overall volume will also happen.
You also mentioned about the government support to EV sector should continue. A lot of EV players are asking for that. Budget is coming up. So what do you think should be done? Do you mean more PLIs should come up? More incentives should be given up? And what all incentives do you feel the government should give, sir?
Whatever incentives government is actually right now having, be it state and central, at least that should continue minimum. It should not be withdrawn. But as I told you, we are far right now. It's quite far away from the inflection point. But having said so, as I told you, that since we have not reached the inflection point till now, if we can get more incentives from government, especially for the EV OEMs as well as for EV customers, that will help us to reach that inflection point as fast as possible. And after that, government can take a look. So yes, that's what I would like to say.
And lastly, you're the fastest growing Indian OEM going right now, who's going the EV space. What's your comment? You're probably trying to cross the established OEMs also when it comes to EV growth? Any comment on that?
First of all, we are actually not right now looking at just which OEM to compete or ranking. Ranking is a result of whatever we are doing things correctly. So December we were number 4. It is not that when we started our operations from September onwards, we decided that we'll be number 4. No, we were doing our fundamentals correctly. Good products, good pricing, good network, good charging infrastructure, good service network, good warranty policy, good overall service package, good value to customers. So overall, these fundamentals we have been doing correctly, and customers are liking the product, and that will be our future strategy going forward, and that will surely help us grow the volume, and yeah, that is what our objective is.
Well, thank you so much, Mr. Ghosh, for speaking to us. That was Tapan Ghosh, India head for VinFast, speaking to us on what really the company is standing about and what all the good products will be coming up into the Indian markets as well. With camera person Ravi Khan, this is Chetan Bhutani for Business Today.